G'day Lawnies, you've got the other Matt here again today, and we are doing a bit of a different review on some of the gear we've got sitting behind me just here. Let's get into it. G'day everyone, so today we are looking at something a bit different, and we are looking at Ego's 56 volt range of cordless lifestyle products. We have the 45 centimeter misting fan sitting behind me. We have their 10,000 lumen portable area floodlight, and we also have their 150 watt inverter. So these products are fairly new to us. We've only just got hold of them. I've had a bit of a play and a bit of a muck around and unboxed them. They look like an absolute ball cool to use. Fairly easy, and as with all the Ego products, they jump straight into their 56 volt battery line. So that means if you've got the same 56 volt batteries across your mower, your blower, your whipper snipper, all those kinds of things that Ego do, and ride on lawnmowers now, you can use those same batteries in these products here as well. Have a bit of a quick overview of the products generally, and we'll get up close and personal with them and go through a few of the stats that we know and get to know them a little bit better. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's start off with the smallest but by no means the least helpful product here. We have the 150 watt 56 volt power inverter. So this at the moment is just sitting on a 2.5 amp hour battery that I use in my line trimmer and my blower. So as you can see, we've got the Australian standard plug there and 2 USB ports, which can charge mobile phones and anything else USB powered, at the same time as the 240 volt power plug as well. So I've actually used this a little bit to power my laptop. I've got another one myself that I've had for a little while. This is a new one that Matt Dorm's coming in with. So yeah, it's rated on a 5 amp hour battery to charge a mobile phone approximately 23 to 27 times. You're looking at a laptop on a 5 amp hour battery, you'll charge it 5 to 7 times, or power a small TV for up to 5 hours. So that's a pretty decent little battery there, and a handy little product. As I said, I have used it a little bit. I powered my laptop all day with it, and it works perfectly fine, so I thought it was a great little product. Next we have the massive area light here. Now this is brand new. I've just taken this out of the box about 10 minutes ago. As you can see, it's still got all the tags and everything on it. So as you can see there, with a 5 amp hour battery, up to 36 hours of runtime, and then up to 10,000 lumens. Now I have just got a small 2.5 amp hour battery put on there for now, so let's turn around and have a look. So you can see you've got the controls there. Now this actually down the bottom controls which lights you've got. So you can actually turn off the bottom light and have it just so it's a 360 degree light. So it's just the 3 ones here that turn around and fold into themselves. So it's actually a 360 degree area light, which is pretty handy. Or if you press it again, it just keeps the top light on. Also variable brightness as well on the side there. So let's get into it and have a bit of a look. Won't shine at the camera directly if I can avoid it, but we'll see what we can do. So we'll turn it on so we can have a bit of a look. This is on one of the lower settings, so excuse the quality of the camera. Obviously the lights send it off a bit, so let's pump it up a bit more. So I think that's its maximum there, which is quite bright if you look at it. Excuse the lawn. So it's shining way down onto that. We're in a bright daylight area, so I think you'll get the hint that it's pretty bright. And as I said, we can actually shine that back around and have that as a 360 degree light, which is pretty cool. It's really handy if you're painting or anything else like that. So if I turn that one off, so that turns the bottom, and you just keep your 3 lights at the top on. Or if you press it again, it just keeps the single light at the front, at the top. Press it again, and you start from scratch with everything turned on. So yeah, that's a pretty handy little light, I think. So you can use it, change it up as much as you want. You can change the angles, it shines up pretty well. So if you're doing things like painting and that kind of thing, that'd be awesome. Wish I had this a few weeks ago and I was helping my mate paint, that's for sure. And again, that's just sitting with a little 2.5 amp hour battery. So if you want to get a really long time run time out of it, you could even chuck like a 7.5 amp hour battery and that would work an absolute treat and last for a long time, giving you that full 360 degrees of light. Turn it off. Now it's time for my favorite product. When I got the opportunity to have a look at this, I was absolutely wrapped. So under my pergola here that we're in, excuse the rain you can hear coming down a little bit. It's a bit of an afternoon shower on a nice Saturday afternoon. We don't have a fan, so I was really looking forward to getting hold of this and having a go. So as I said, this is a 45 centimeter fan. It apparently spins at 7,000 RPM and is the world's most powerful cordless fan. So I'll have to take their word on it because I'm not in the close quarters with the cordless fan crowd, but I can definitely justify that it's pretty good. So as you can see, it's misting, so it's actually got little misting nozzles just in here that squirt out. Got a handle down here that extends out as well for when you're ready to travel, and some wheels as well. Then we go along to the side panel, see thing. So you can actually, I'll show you the side panel in a second, so you can see that I've got the misting set up just drawing out of a bucket. It's got a nice little weighted bob on it with a filter, which is really handy. So I'll just chuck that in the bucket. So here's the control panel. This has got a 5 amp hour battery, so you could probably fit a 7.5 amp hour in there quite nicely. So as you can see, this runs up to 60 hours with a 5 amp hour battery, so that's pretty good. So again, you have your on-off button, you've got a turbo, variable speed like everything else, and this is for the misting. So you press it once, you get constant misting all the time. You press it again and it's intermittent misting. So it goes on for a few seconds, then turns off for a few seconds, goes on, turns off. So that's really handy. I'll turn that on in a second, I'll show you. Down this side, not too much, but you do have this really handy little controller there. So that actually tightens how hard it is. So you can actually angle the fan upwards or down as you need to, and you just tighten it up as you want to lock it in. Excuse the car noise in the background. So let's turn it on and have a bit of a play, shall we? So that's turned on bottom power, and I'll stop talking for a second. We'll put the microphone really close and you can hear, see if you can hear it. Almost silent. I'll try and use the microphone at the back so you don't get wind noise through the microphone. Turn it up a little bit more. We'll go a little bit closer and see if we can hear that again. Yep. So that's right at the back of it, by the way. This is about, I'm sitting now, the microphone's about 20 centimeters away from the fan. So we'll go up to fan speed 3. Start to hear a little bit more coming through the microphone. 4 and 5. So this is making a bit of noise. You can probably hear it coming through the microphone. I'll step back a little bit. It is spinning quite quickly here, and if I go here you'll probably get a heap of wind noise, but I'll do it just for fun. And then for even more fun, you've got a turbo button. I think that's where your 7,000 RPM is really coming in there. That's quite a powerful fan. Turn it back down so we can talk. Just a nice 3 is a nice little one. Keeps a pretty decent breeze going. Now let's turn on the misting. So I'll turn that on. It's got a little motor in there you can hear. And you can see the mist coming out. So hitting everything up through there as well. That's pretty cool. And again, turn it once and you watch it'll turn off in a second because I've just put it on intermittent. So there we go, we've got it turned off. It stays off for a little bit and then it'll kick in a second as well. This is just an absolutely fantastic product. So if you're thinking about going away, there we go. Thinking about going away, you could pack this in and it will last for quite a long time. Maybe camping or not, it's a little bit big, but it's still very handy, very portable to use. So you could chuck it in the trailer with a decent battery sitting on it and get probably a good weekend's use out of it, and that'll make it quite nice and handy. Or you could also bring the light along as well if you need that kind of luminage for some camping. The other thing that I think I'm going to use it for is probably just sitting under my pergola here. Keep a battery in it probably almost permanently, or chuck one in there when I know it's going to be a little bit warm, so it'll make sitting under the pergola a little bit more pleasant for us, especially with a bit of that misting coming out. So you can actually see it's wet this area here, so you can see it gets a fair bit of water going through it. And yeah, like I said, it's just drawing out that bucket, so I might just turn it off now. So that's today's video. It's a bit of a quick one, just an overview of these Ego lifestyle products. I hope you enjoyed it. We really enjoy making these videos, so as always, if you like the video, give us the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, we really appreciate it. We're nearly hitting 20,000 subscribers, which is just awesome. So again, if you're into this kind of product, check out these. They're awesome. They use the batteries, they're very easy to use, and they feel just nice and quality, just as all the Ego products we've found. Thanks for watching, and get your lawn on.